People see you there over and over and over, and they're gonna go, why the heck does this guy keep showing up? Who is this guy? Hey guys, Dave Hathaway Property Management. We self-manage a 50-unit portfolio of cash flowing properties. By no means do you have to have 50 units, but we are here to show you how we did it, and you can too, and how real estate can give you financial freedom and help you along on your financial journey. I wanted to discuss today how to build relationships as a real estate investor to fast track your success, and how it fast tracked my success. I'm first going to give you the platforms that you can utilize, and then if you stick around just for a little bit longer, I'm actually going to give you the mindset that you should be in inside of those platforms that's going to help you that much more. The first one is going to be, and these are going to tier down from least expensive to most expensive. So I'd say just if you're starting out as a real estate investor and you want to get involved and you want to get some passive cash flowing properties, just start at number one and go through four. Number one is REI meetups. And there's a couple different sites. There's biggerpockets.com. I believe it's the learn link and events link. And you can find just local meetups. These are groups of investors that get together, or new novice investors that would like to be investing, as well as contractors, lenders, title companies, anybody that's involved in real estate. And they kind of meet up and they talk shop. And that's a great way to start building relationships in your local markets. I highly recommend it. I started doing that really early on, especially when I started heavily focusing on Baltimore. And then there's another website, there's meetup.com. You can find different REI meetup groups around you there, as well as Eventbrite. So if you use any of those three sites, you're gonna be able to find just groups of people that meet together. And that is a really good starting point. Most of them are free or just a very small cover charge. So I'd start there. Second is Masterminds. I'd highly recommend getting into some sort of local mastermind. And I'll share kind of a powerful story here. I got involved in you can call it a mastermind. It was called a tribe that was hosted locally by another real estate professional. His name is Mark Owen. He does coaching. He's a great guy. He has a large portfolio. He's been through the trials and tribulations of real estate, but he created these things called a tribe. He put 5 or 6 people together that were interested in real estate investing, and they met twice a month or once a month, and it was over dinner, and you had dinner and you chatted just about real estate and where you were and tried to hold each other accountable. And when I think back upon that mastermind, out of all the 5 people that I ended up doing lending and borrowing from one of those members, I ended up wholesaling a property to another one of those members, and it was a multifamily property that I was going to purchase myself, but then had a bunch of projects going on. So I sold it to him. I helped him renovate it as part of that wholesale, and got him through the process of his first rental property, his first 3-unit property, which was pretty awesome. I shared some of my contractors with people in that group. I got contractors from people in that group, and that was just a 5-person group. So the power of mastermind, or just meeting together with the same people as a group. It doesn't have to be a mastermind. It doesn't have to be huge amounts of money. It can just be meeting with the same 4 or 5 people over dinner, but it's easier when it's in a mastermind form, so you guys are committed to meeting once a month. So that would be my second recommendation for building relationships. The third is paid events, whether it's like Bigger Pockets. They have what's called a BP Con, or once you start going to those initial REI meetups, you'll start to see that people are putting on events. And this is where a bunch of real estate investors go, hundreds, and have some sort of classes, and whether it's wholesaling, whether it's flipping. So they have a bunch of different classes and a bunch of different breakout sessions. But that's when you can really talk shop with people and you start getting to know other people involved. A lot of times those are not necessarily locally. So I'd say just try to focus on wherever you want to invest, try to focus on going to an event in that city so you can start making relationships there. But those masterminds are just good in general. They build long-term relationships as long as you keep in touch with people. The last platform that I'd say is get some sort of coaching. This elevates you really quickly. You can just learn from somebody else's experiences. And just like that mastermind group was more of novice people. So you're just learning from novice people. It is much easier when somebody's already done it. They've already been there. They already know what you need to do. So you don't need to reinvent the wheel. It is going to be probably the most expensive out of all the things, but it does speed up your learning curve. So if you're looking to get involved in real estate, coaching is a great place to start. Try to find a coach that you can relate to, that you know they have some sort of track record. Hopefully they're still doing it, or if not, maybe they're in syndications now, but they've done it at a very high level in the past. So coaching is the last thing. So that's all the 4 platforms that I recommend to start building relationships. But before, and this is where I wanted to tell you at the start to stick around, I do realize that you have to be in the right mindset to build those relationships at those different platforms. And what I mean by mindset is the first one is you have to put yourself out there. So as a new investor, even if you're a seasoned investor and you have 10 or 15 properties and you've been there, done that, meeting new people is not easy for everybody. Even for me, and I'm a relative extrovert, it takes little time. It's like going into the bar and you're getting that girl's or that guy's phone number. If you never ask for the phone number, guess what? You're not getting a date no matter what. So you do need to put yourself out there. The easiest form is just within the first 30 seconds. If you see somebody that you want to talk to, don't think about it. Just go up, say, hi, my name's Dave Hathaway. I have a bunch of rental properties. I'm a buy and hold investor. What do you do? Introduce yourself, and most people aren't going to shut you down, especially in those networking events. They're there to do the same thing. Put yourself out there. And even if you don't have anything to show for it, you don't have any rental properties, you've never done it before, my second thought on mindset is go into these events with some sort of idea. You don't just want to go there and be like, hey, I'm new, I know nothing about real estate, and I'm just here to learn. All other people think then is you're just here to suck knowledge and you're not here to give anything back to the group. So it has to be a communal effort, and I'll give you an example. So if you come and you're going to meet somebody for the first time, you're saying, hi, my name is Dave Hathaway. I've been thinking about investing in townhouses over in this market or in this zip code. I haven't purchased my first one, but I'm interested. And at least you're showing that you've already done a little bit of groundwork. Maybe you've read a few books. I just read this book. It was a great one. Have you read that book? There's some great ones on Bigger Pockets. I'll actually put some books that I really like that are real estate related in the description that if you want to check out, you can. But just come to these meetings with an idea. Don't just come and go, I don't know anything about real estate and I'm just here to learn. And I guess you can do that, but you're not going to get a great result. You're going to get the better result when you already come with a little bit of a plan, just a little bit of one. The last thing is build trust. And the way you build trust with anybody, whether you're developing a friendship, whether you're trying to build relationships in real estate, is through consistency and being relatable. Consistency just means you show up, you're there consistently over and over and over again. So you don't just go to an REI meeting one time and grab one person's phone number and then never show up again. You want to be the guy that shows up every single month for 6 months, for 8 months, for 12 months. So the same people see you, they know you're there, they know you're interested, they know you're for real. When we see people over and over again, hopefully we start to develop a little bit of trust. Okay, I know who this person is, I've seen it a bunch of times, they're not a stranger anymore. You can start having deeper conversations and being relatable. We can be relatable in several different ways. Be relatable that you're single, or that you have a dog, or that you have 2 kids, or you're struggling with parenting. You can be relatable in some way to other people. So it's to find that relatable characteristic. It definitely helped build that trust and just, again, continue being consistent. So once you have all those, you're going to start developing relationships. It is going to fast track you on the way to success for real estate. And it might not happen overnight. Everything is a long-term game. But like I told you, that mastermind and how many partnerships came out of that. If I wouldn't have met those 4 of the members, I definitely wouldn't be as far along as I am today. If you thought this content was helpful, I'd love you like and subscribe to the video. I'd love to help as many people as possible to go on that journey of financial freedom and purchase their first rental property, the first cash flowing rental property that puts, money in their bank account each month. So thank you guys, and I'll see you on another educational episode.